Welcome to today's Dream Team session, brought to you by the Sir Peter Blake Trust. Now, these sessions feature inspiring Kiwis who want to encourage Kiwi kids to follow their dreams and make them happen. Today, I'm talking to Steve Dunstan. He's the founder and director of one of New Zealand's most loved clothing brands, HUFFER. After finishing high school in Auckland, Steve travelled to Queenstown on his Vespa with his skateboard and snowboard in tow. After following his dream to become a professional snowboarder, he co-founded the iconic Kiwi brand HUFFER. 20 years later, it's stocked in over 100 stores around New Zealand and Australia. Welcome, Steve. Thanks for being here today.
Thanks for having me.
So HUFFER celebrating 20 years. That's a huge milestone. How do you feel about it?
20 weeks, yeah. Great, amazing. Like, what a long time. That's a massive part of my life.
Does it make you feel a little bit old?
No, I started when I was pretty young, you know.
So that Vespa that we talked about, so you went from Auckland to Queenstown on that Vespa, but it also used to take you up the mountain to go snowboarding. Yeah,
I mean, I loved my Vespa. It was a 72 Vespa, but I wrote it down. I'd never been to Queenstown, just went on this mad adventure. Went to Queenstown, but I had to go snowboarding every day, so I just rode it up the hill and chucked the snowboard on the back.
Oh my gosh, that
sounds
dangerous. What happened?
I went up there and at the start of the season it snowed like that much, and I came down at the end of the day. Amazing day snowboarding, obviously, and they came back and it was buried in snow. And obviously riding a scooter down the snow is not the... So I left it there, and then came back and I couldn't bring it down for another 2 weeks, so I was stuck up the mountain, so I had to hitchhike, which was cool. Oh
my gosh, I love it. That's a fantastic story.
Yeah.
So you became a professional snowboarder. Did you ever have people saying to you, come on, Steve, you got to get a real job?
Oh, everyone. Most people, you know, especially my parents, you know. Respect to my parents, though, because they let me follow my dream, and that was my dream. So, you know, my dad was, you know, very conservative and relatively strict, but at the same time, I think, you know, I have so much respect for him letting me do what I wanted to do. So
there was a bit of pressure from him trying to get you to maybe do a more mainstream type of job, but did he also support that you wanted to be a snowboarder? Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, I mean, he let me do it, you know, and we still have a happy family, and it's good. Oh, fantastic.
But yeah, he let me. I mean, I hope that he saw the passion in what I wanted to do, and that I was a good person, you know, and I was looking above the line, and I had a sense of direction. You know, you could argue that could be a bit of a bum career, but it was something I really wanted to do, and I was doing it with passion and enjoying it.
So, okay, so you've got snowboarding on the one hand. Where did the clothing label come from? Did you know you wanted to get into that industry, or was that...
No.
Okay.
No.
So how did that happen?
It's through being open for opportunity. I think there was a time, at that time, it was, you know, skateboarding and snowboarding, they held hands very closely, but there was a lack of, you know, it's about expression and your identity, and I think there was a lack of supply, and I think clothing is a massive part of your expression, and hence going back at school, I chose to go to a different school that was mufti and co-ed, because you could express yourself. So
through what you were wearing.
Yeah. So and with those sports, it was all about expression. So we wanted to pull our team together and, you know, like all the people in the community and our culture, essentially, to build something and create something that helped us represent ourselves, but also function at the same time. So it was, you know, snowboard outerwear, waterproof breathable jackets that worked.
It had to work. It had to keep you warm as well. It was kind of our little
posse, and like you know, we had our, you know, it was like our patch to represent who we were. So it came out of that more so than going, oh, we've seen an opportunity with the market when we could make a lot of money here.
So it was about giving your group an identity. Were there hard times along the way? I mean, that 20 years can't all have been good news stories.
Yeah, amazing challenges along the way. No, the reason I say amazing is, like, you need to, any challenge, you need to take the positive from it. There's always a lesson in a challenge, so, and you need to battle your way through, but with positivity. So
that is a fantastic lesson. Take what you can, take something good out of that bad thing that has happened.
Yeah, and that takes strength, you know, and you need to hang on to that vision to get through those challenges. So if you can see through it, I'm a big believer in you go where you look, and hence coming back to board sports, snowboarding, skateboarding, tennis, whatever, you always lead with your eyes and everything will follow. So if you're doing a 360 spin on a snowboard, you look over your shoulder and the body will follow. So much, that's a really great lesson that applies to life as well.
So keep looking up. Keep looking up
and keep confident and believe in your vision.
Well, I just want to maybe expand on that a little bit. If you could hop in a time machine and go back to when you were a teenager, what advice would you give yourself?
Myself? Well, it'd be funny talking to myself, but I'd like to do that. I don't know. I mean, yeah, you can always achieve more, but I've had some of the most amazing experiences over the past 20 years, and even before that in the lead up. You know, I've always an optimist, and I don't know if I would. I think I've done, you know, everything I've done has been an amazing experience, and I don't think I'd try and change that.
You wouldn't want to change the past?
No.
Okay. Well, that's good advice too.
Yeah.
Learn along the way. Hey, thank you so much, Steve, for sharing your experiences with us.
Oh, thanks for having me.
It's been wonderful. Now, for our viewers at school and at home, it is your turn to share your dreams, both for yourself and New Zealand. Go to dreambank.co.nz and you could win great prizes too. Now, writing down your dream is the very first step towards achieving it. It's something that I know Steve definitely does. He writes down his goals. So remember to check out our other Dream Team sessions too with other incredible Kiwis at sirpeterblaketrust.org.